Good morning. This morning we are up in Denton, Texas at North Lakes Park and Sports Complex. It is a large park and complex. It's got, as you can see behind, I don't know how well you can see it, baseball fields, a disc golf course, tennis courts, a number of other things that are out here, mostly sports related, but it's got two large lakes, disc golf course, some concrete trails for hiking. I'm not sure how much it's going to have on wildlife. It's a city park and sports complex, so we're going to see about that. But one of the reasons I came up here, is to show you the park, because it is a very nice complex. Being a city park, it's got restrooms, pavilions, lots of facilities, so you don't have to worry about that. But there also have been regular sightings of a bald eagle up here, along with some other birds, American kestrel and some others. So we will, if we're lucky today, we might come across a bald eagle in some of these. If not, we'll just see what happens. But we're going to wander around, check the trails out if there are any. I know there's some concrete walking trails, so it's good for fitness, walking. As you can see someone behind me on one of them passing across, cycling and things like that. And then of course, obviously all the other sports activities. So if you're looking for a place to bring your family, for activities, this is a great place for that if you're up in the North Texas in the Denton area. So let's go wander around, check it out, and see what awaits us on this chilly January morning up in Denton, Texas. Well, we parked in the main parking lot, and don't worry, I'll put, as always, maps, links in the description below with maps and directions and tips in the video about where we parked and where to go. We came out of that first parking lot, took the trail, headed out sort of northeast, and came to the, I guess would be the North Lake. There's two lakes, there's one toward the south and one up to the north. We left the parking lot and we took the trail heading out northeast. There are two lakes, one to the north and one more to the south. The south one is on the disc golf course. The north one, as you can see behind me, there are a huge flock of American coots swimming all around, and it comes back up in here. And then I'm out on a little fishing pier that they have, that you can come out with little benches and you can sit and fish. I have no idea about how edible the fish in the lake are, what the rules or laws. I'm sure if you go to the website, I'll put a link in there, it'll tell you about the fish as far as if it's catch and release or what the options are on that. I've seen quite a few songbirds already. I just saw a red-winged blackbird a few minutes ago. I got some photos of it, some photos of the coots out here. And this trail comes up to the lake and to the little pier that we're on, or fishing pier. But it doesn't go around the lake as far as this part. Behind me over there, and you can see people walking, the levee that runs along the side of the lake. There's a trail that continues on around that way and follows on around the lake to the direction that I'm kind of panning right now. So we're going to go check and see what else we can see. I don't think we can get to that back side of the lake over there. So we're going to wander around some more, see what else we can see. And again, hopefully we'll get lucky. Maybe we'll see some nice, the eagle or the kestrels or some other birds. But so far it's very pleasant. It's a chilly January morning, but as far as recreation and walking, this is a very nice park so far. Very pretty, very well maintained. So let's go wander around and see what else awaits us. Well, we left the little fishing pier and came back up the sidewalk just a little bit, and I wanted to pause to show you some of the amenities that this park has. It's, as far as recreation, it's a really good park. Behind me, that sidewalk there goes out to that fishing pier I was just on. There's a levee over to my left. Then if I spin around this way, there's a nice big field out here. Joe suggested great for flying kites and other activities. And then back over there, you can see there's a really nice pavilion back behind me. And then up in those trees, there's a really nice playground. On the other side of the trees is the parking lot where I parked, restrooms, and then just past that there's some ballparks. Back up on the other side, you can't see it here from the levee, there's a facility, the main facility, and there's also tennis courts. And if I swing back around this way, out across that field, I'm not sure how well you can see it, but on the far side of this field, there are appears to be some well-maintained soccer fields with lighting. So as far as recreational activities, there is a lot to do with this park. So if you're coming out with family, friends, or something like that and looking for a place to come out where you've got a lot of options for activities, sporting and other activities, this is a great recreational facility with lots of options there. There was a sand volleyball court that we saw, and as I mentioned before, there's a disc golf course. So very, very nice facility so far. Not as much nature and wildlife as some of the parks and nature centers that we go to, but it is a city park, and so it's expected, but it's very well maintained and very nice. So we're going to start heading back across towards the disc golf course and the southwest lake and see what awaits us over there. Well, we hopped in the car and drove around from that parking lot over by the main recreation center. There's another parking lot over that comes in off of Bonnie Brae, and I'll mark it on a map. It comes up by the disc golf course and the other lake. And if you can see behind me, a trail kind of goes around. I don't know how well you can see it, but in the background there's a whole flock of seagulls, and there are several great blue herons lined up along the shore. And if I swing around this way, the lake, and it's a bit marshy behind me. And then over beyond those trees, I notice there's a flock of about 4 or 5, possibly more, great white egrets. So we're going to grab the cameras and start walking along and see what we can see along this area here. It looks like there's going to be more water birds on this lake. Well, the large wading birds on this lake. We had all of the coots on the other lake. So let's go see what else is out here. Well, today turned out pretty successful as far as the eagle. We already saw it once, and we've come around on the lake to the east side of that south lake. He flew across the lake. I actually got him catching a fish as it flew across. I got a couple of photos of that, and I'll post them in the video. It came over to a tree. We're standing by the levee, was eating, and then it flew back across the lake, and we can actually see it. You won't be able to in the video, but there's a stand of trees over my shoulder there, and it is perched in one of those trees. We can see it's a white head, and we're hoping, as we're going to wait here a little bit and hope that it comes back across the lake in an attempt to catch another fish, and we can catch it coming back across that way, coming towards us and catching a fish. I've got the sun behind me, so it should be lit better than the other photo. So we're just going to hang out here for a little bit, and hopefully the eagle will put on a little show for us. Well, we made it back around to the car. We went completely around this lake going after the bald eagle, and we would get to one side, it would fly to the other. But I did get those pictures at the very beginning that I got it catching a fish in the water. I'm not sure how good it was. He was way across the lake, so when I get home and pull him up, hopefully I'll have some good photos of that. Got several of it flying back and forth across the lake. And as we followed the lake around, just before we got back to the car, we crossed a nice little bridge. I got some photos of that, and then also we saw a pair of American kestrels. First time to get some hopefully decent photos of those as well. So if you come out to this park, if you're looking for photography for the birds, wildlife, well, not much wildlife, but birds, quite a variety of birds. The South Lake, the one closer to Bonnie Brae, is much better. We saw quite a few egrets, herons, cormorants, one lone Canada goose out there honking away by itself, ducks. The The bald eagle seems to hang out on this lake more. The kestrel's on the disc golf course. So for the nature, the South Lake is better. For the hiking, the trail up around the North Lake is better. So it just depends on what you want to do. You can come out and do a little bit of both. But a very nice lake, very nice park for a variety of activities. Very enjoyable for if you want to come out and do some wildlife or some hiking or sports, games, activities, and other things. Quite a diverse variety of things to do. So I'll post links, maps, and information and all. So thanks for coming along. Don't forget to like, share. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell there, so that way you'll get notified of future videos and stuff. And I'll look forward to seeing you again next time. Have a great day.